Alright, feedback. This is fine. You saw it was shipped pretty quickly. The magma is awkward, having to change this. Checking food chest first. I know a lot of people check loot first. I guess this is fine if you're not able to take any damage from it. Yo, this seed sucks. Okay, that's 11 iron, 1 gold. Yeah, basically just your choice of iron axe or shears. I think I'd make shears here just for the extra blocks, but iron axe is fine if you get more logs. Now, what I would do here is there's like a magma ravine above the ship. Now, I'd focus on the ship more because what you did here was you're not looking at the ship at all. So you don't know where it is until you look down like right here. And at this point, because what you can do is you can swim like towards where you need to go while swimming down at the same time. And by going to this chest first, you're losing potential overlap because you could have started swimming down a lot sooner. So what I would have done, focus on the ship entirely, especially with the magma pulling you down, which is like really distracting. Do that and then sort out your pie chart going back to the island. I guess if you didn't know that you're playing the ship, it's fine, but pie chart is something that you can do like in Portal or while swimming down Ravine, something like that. Actually, yeah, I think you go back to the island either way because there's just no flint at all. Like, even if you need to make stone axe, it's probably good to go back there just to get stone axe. Oh, never mind. There's a lava pool here. You just 100% play this. Not needing to make doors is nice. Saves like a good 2 logs. I guess they're both like really close, so either is honestly fine. Okay, shears. I like the play. I probably make shears here. Gold pick? Not gold pick. Gold shovel. I make iron shovel here just because I guess shovel can be used as distraction gold. When it's like 1 gold, it's a non-issue, but you do usually want to conserve it for barters. But it's not too big a deal. Another reason why I do iron shovel is like if the flint weights are really bad, needing to craft another shovel is like a big time loss. In RSG, gold shovel is fine, but ranked, I really like making the iron one. How much leaves are we getting? 8 planks, 50 leaves. Okay, we're doing doors. How many logs is this? 21. Yeah, this is probably fine. Especially if you're comfortable with like 7 explosives for 0. I usually get one more just because I like making bow. I like making gold picks if I need to while still having enough for a decent amount of explosives. Playing this is good. I think you might have had time to craft the flint and steel, but if not, it's all good. You did the thing correctly. I just wasn't sure. Just a bit of a hiccup, but overall you did good. I like placing the crafting table here. The crafting table is funny. Pause for way longer. Oh my goodness. When do you unpause here? Yeah, you unpause just way before you need to. Bare minimum is when this last number hits like 300, which it's not even at. Like, you're unpausing looking around, and it's at 200. This could be really bad because it can spawn like things in there. I do like looking around though. Looking around is good, but obviously your chunks are still loading. I don't know if there was anything that you saw or not, but you can just obviously breaking the chest immediately is very interesting because with ranked, you are guaranteed 5 obby in a chest, right? And so by committing to this play, you're just counting out this chest. So what happens is if like these 3 chests, because housing is a bastion where it's very easy to not be able to get 20 because the obsidian chest is like in the bottom or something. So you're basically fully committing to not getting this chest, which I don't know if I agree with. I think what I would do in this situation right here is I'd probably do the same. Uh, and you move past this guy to the right. I'd go here, check the double chest, and then break this chest to start the route. Maybe check this chest as well. Like 1, 2, 3, and then you break it, and then just do top down like that. This is like more high rolly, and it is a lot tough because there you got like a gold block from the chest with which the piglin just ate. So that could have been like a bunch of extra trades that you're just missing out on. Whereas if you looted the chest, you would have gotten the gold block and it would have been extra trades, which with housing, sometimes the 12 just isn't enough and you need to get more. Top down was pretty good. There's a few blocks you can break to make it easier. This basalt right here that your cursor's on is a block you can break, which just helps piglin pathing. I don't know if it would have been helpful here or not. Also, let these pigs in right here. These 2 blocks, you break 1, 2, and then you place a block, or just toggle hard when you're in like the little area where you mine the 3 backups. Let the pigs down. This is good. This block right here as well that my cursor's on. I'll just go to a point where yours is on it, just to make it clear. This block right here, you can mine it, and then you can directly go left. And it just makes the route cleaner. It allows you to do a few head hitters on this, and I don't know how much better it is for pig pathing, but I really like breaking that block. Nice block off. I like doing the 2 back blocks there that you did. You don't need to break them afterwards for pigs. As soon as you mine this first gold block, throw it down immediately so that way the pigs can start trading. And also, after breaking that, you want to let the pigs down as well. There, and then get these 2 afterwards. Here is just time that pigs just could be trading, but they can't. But yeah, even before mining down, you want to throw gold. I'd throw probably like half of it. And split. This is fine. This hole is good, but you can also do a faster hole because all the pigs here are distracted. Like, you can see you have like 7 pigs here. They're all looking at the gold. You threw down a good 11, I think it was like 9 gold maybe. They're all distracted, and you throw like 3 more as well. These pigs are not going to go after you. You can definitely go down to either this block or the fast block that people do usually after Manhunt, but this is still a safe play. It doesn't lose you too much time. Green pie is nice. Oh yeah, you're heavily outpacing your opponent. You're just chilling. There's a lot of blocks that like you don't really need to mine. Like here, you're mining this block below you. You don't need to do that. You can just mine these 2 and then place leaves on the back, which I'm pretty sure you've seen people do. Just place 1 leaf here, 1 leaf here. The gold blocks go into your inventory, and you just don't need to mine this blackstone at all. Especially because with the leaves, you're just not. I'm assuming you're throwing them out, but I don't know if you do. But usually, a general rule is if you have like leaves or I guess an overworld block. I don't do it if I have dirt, but if I have like leaves or a bit of netherrack or whatever, I just throw it out and replace it with soul sand and gravel, just because it's very consistent. Another thing that I like to do is sorting the inventory below where the pigs are trading, just because there's like no risk of things to go in your inventory. You had a chest from top down, so what I usually like to do is just place the chest and then I can just spam click everything in. Oh my goodness, scary. I'm just trying to check your inventory. What else you could have thrown out? And you throw out the bone blocks. You can throw out a door, the flint and steel, the blackstone, the book, the chains. Arrows, I think, are fine to keep. Ground mushroom as well. You just have a lot of junk in your inventory that you need to get rid of, as well as something else you need to do, split pearls and split string. I think you'll do that later, though. And another thing that I really like doing is pre-crafting a blaze bed in the bastion. You have plenty. You just craft 3 wool, 1, 2, 3, and then search craft the bed, or just normal but craft it because it's usually on the first page. Do you end up sorting your inventory here? The last, I think the last block's okay to mine just because you're doing your pie chart check there as well. Please sort it. Aw. The guy's not gonna be. Yeah, the pigs are not trading. I don't think you need the extra guy. Especially because there's just gonna be 1 gold there as well. You're out right here. Nice. Okay, if we're checking here, you don't need to break the extra block near the chest at all. This is unnecessary fall damage. But yeah, curling here seems pretty free. Also something to do during your pearls is you throw your pearl you want to immediately eat, because this is a rotten flesh only seed. You're going to be healing very, very slow, so you want to overlap eating as much as possible. I don't know if you have like a low render distance or no planar fog, or if the video quality is just bad for me because it's really hard to see. I think it's probably just video quality. Nice noticing this. You can probably just place blocks down the side. Or, no, jumping is way better. I like this pathing. Not going for that stray I agree with, especially because you're on like 1.5 hearts and there's a skeleton. Nice. Just hit up one and then go to the other. Now this is why pre-crafting a blaze bed is so important, because you can kill these blazes and then you can instantly blaze bed to get more spawns. Okay, so you are double critting blazes. Don't do that. All you need is 1 crit and then like 80% of a fully charged axe hit. And if you break this habit, you can save like 3 seconds in your fortress in every run. Which I think you try doing it there. I don't know. Like, I'm still trying to unlearn the habit myself, so don't blame me too much. Really like the play of making the wool divisible by 3. Really like the play. I don't know if you know ground zero, but if not, then you can just throw out all your iron. I had to pause the recording for a quick sec. I got called downstairs. And unrelated, but my parents are arguing about anything, but that's not the point. Anyways, there's 2 things that you want to have in your hotbar right now, in your fort split, because like this is fine. Having pearls is good, in case if you like fall off. I like having gravel soul sand. Obviously, soul sand for like building the platform. Um, Gravel just is like an extra building block, technically not needed. But one of the 2 things you want is your boat in your hotbar. And, or no, 2 of the 3 things that you want in your hotbar is boat, fire charges, and obsidian. You want 2 of those to go in like any of your unused slots. And then you want a third, and I guess it doesn't have to be this, it could be like another useful item. And the third you want to put in this slot right here, the top left, because on every GUI scale, whenever you open your inventory, this is where your cursor starts. So, I'm sure you've seen people do this, but when let's say I do fire charges. I know a lot of people do fire charges, but you don't have to. Some people do obsidian, some people do boat, some people do crafting table in this top left spot. But you build your portal and then you just open your inventory. You're instantly able to hotkey your fire charges to your desired slot and instantly light the portal. So when you think about it, it's like two items in one slot. And I think it's something that's very easy to get into the habit of and start doing. So I would highly recommend it. And obviously boat is for boat eye if you do that. If you don't do that, then doesn't matter. But just something to note. As well as something I forgot to mention in the Bastion if you want to. Like while crafting blaze bed, you could also craft an iron axe. I used to be a big fan of this, but I stopped doing it. Iron axe saves like zero point 0.1 seconds per blaze. So for some people that's definitely worth it. For others, uh not so much, but just something to note. Okay, nice. You put all three of them in your inventory. Okay. Uh, you still want a blaze bed even though you have three rods. I get you're like high rolling that like something like this happens where all three of them drop, but or maybe you just want the extra explosive for zero. But you have a good like nine even if you blaze bed, so it's definitely fine to do, and it should be a priority instead of digging out portal. The first thing you want to do when you get to the spawner, you kill the first wave of blazes and you want a blaze bed because in ranked, what that does is it opens up like more space for the blazes to spawn, and then if your opponent is slower at it, they won't get like the same spawns as you, and you'll just always get more and faster. Yeah, now you just go. Nice portal. Good boat overlap. Now, what I would also do is either do one of eat or changing pie chart because you spent like a good 2 seconds doing that, and what you could have done is you could have eaten, and then you would have maybe like healed a little bit. Because if we look at it, you're either you have no clue how far this stronghold is. If it's far, like if it's 2K, you're gonna need to throw like 3 pearls, and unless if your blaze takes forever, this is not gonna heal up fast, so you're gonna want a death reset. Or if it's closer, if it's like say 700, you're only throwing maybe like 1 pearl, then you don't really need to death reset at all, and you can just eat, and then maybe you could throw like 1 pearl in the stronghold, and then death reset for zero or something like that. This terrain's interesting, especially with the stuff behind you. I guess stacking up is a good play. Yeah, you just want to go to a spot where it's. I really like the tab space for controls. Yeah. Nice awareness knowing you can make the jump there. And also nice awareness for like knowing to stack up. I think what I do is I just go here and then either replace boat or just like corner bump and then stack up one and then throw. Because what corner bump does is it removes like any false positives for sub 100 block blinds. But yeah, something you could have done is just eat in the portal, and you can also eat in the portal while basically spamming zero for changing pie chart, which I don't know if you changed yet. But nah, good eating in the portal for there. That was your last rod. You didn't need to kill that last blaze. I guess for like a safety rod, if the 0. One of the 0.2% offsets is real. But if you look at the chords, they're basically right beside each other. So if you miss the stronghold, you know it's going to be like 2 chunks away in either direction. Nice dodge. Ah, that would have been sick. So what? It's what I'm talking about with like double critting. You just want to make sure you have good axe hits because you definitely just could have killed that skeleton with one crit and then one fully charged hit. Yep, ignore these guys. I would throw a pearl here. You need to go basically like this direction, I think. Is it? Or is it this way? Because I know we have negative 90 degrees. Yeah, I would have thrown a pearl over there, but this terrain looks better actually. But yeah, 45 is just one more pearl, so it's probably just going to be in the lava here, or are you going to bridge to it? This is fine. But nah, get used to soul sand and gravel, just because it's not every run you'll have leaves. And soul sand is better for like building out blaze bed because you take no knockback. And this is what I'm saying about like refresh your pie, because you don't want to be in this situation where you're in the stronghold, which is pretty good pace, and your pie's not changed, and it's gonna be a raw like 1 or 2 seconds to change it. Good nav, and good getting the water and the chest as well. Wait, I think I checked the chest there, but obviously not needed. Um, this bread heals you up to full, but you don't get any extra saturation for 0. I think what I would do is like you get like a pretty good spike this way, and you know that your stronghold is yeah, your stronghold's one way. You know that it's only down mid, and you got like a pretty decent spike mid and off to the left. So what you do is obviously you want pearls in your hotbar and then eyes in your hotbar as well. Something that you should do while pearling to chords. Get that in there. I know that some people do eyes in the top left, same as the fire charge. But yeah, checking this chest is good. I guess not really good in many ways to pearl except for like in there and then death reset, but it some oh, so you are death reset. Okay, don't do that. Don't remove the lava. This is why I'm saying always do soul sand and gravel, because you can place gravel as the bottom block and then soul sand on the sides. And then you won't need to worry about, say, your death reset burning. Because now the silverfish are going to hit you, and it's going to be really, really annoying. Especially because your stuff isn't pre-crafted. You're going to struggle to craft a bed, and the silverfish are just going to hit you. Whereas if you had, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, wait. Right now, I would not kill these guys. I'd just like break this, run to the other one. Because if the spawner spawns any more, oh, nice. Yeah, if the spawner spawned any more, they'd still just be able to get at you. And that's why the lava death reset, that's why the portal room death reset location is so good. Because of the lava, the silverfish are just not able to hit you. They just like stay at the bottom block. But because you removed the lava, that happened, which I'm pretty sure you realize now. But just something to always know. So, main takeaways for this is one, um, get more used to like specific hotbars for splits. Like you want to make sure everything is like in the correct spot. Something also that I didn't mention is it doesn't make too much of a difference, but it's mostly better to pre-craft your explosives and stuff at the spawner because it's overlapped with blaze spawns. And even if it's not overlapped, it's going to be raw time loss anywhere else, unless if you maybe do it with like a pearl hang or something. So doing it in portal room in the stronghold is usually worse because sometimes you may have stronghold blocks if your stronghold's really bad. So doing it at the spawner right after you blind is a pretty like consistent like, okay, I know I'm doing this every single time in the run no matter what, which is a good habit to get into. Another good habit is the gravel and soul sand, because let's say you blaze bedded, you need to build out. You do not want to build out with leaves because they are going to burn. It's not the worst option, but you do really want to use soul sand. Yeah. I know that's very frustrating to forfeit because 739 I Spy is like pretty nice. If you had everything pre-crafted, if you overlapped it during and got the death reset off quick, I think that it probably could have just been sub 9 with a quick 0. But another thing You know your death resetting. Don't eat the bread. All it's gonna do is just more pearl damage that you'd need to use. Another thing is you didn't even need to use leaves for your death reset setup. You could have done gravel and then 2 obsidian. It would have been like a lot more annoying, and if something got messed up, it would have been scuffed. But you wouldn't need to like replace the lava because your stuff wouldn't have burned. Just some insight for the run as well. And in general, like theme number 2 is just get better at food management. So basically, eating is like slow in the sense that it you just can't move during it. So what top runners do is they combat this by either eating while purling. So like while the pearl is thrown, you eat. You eat during the portal animation. Just anytime there's downtime. Like some people eat like in between blaze hits. Same way like people pre-craft stuff. Um, and again, I think your glowstone is uncrafted here, which you could have done either during a pearl or during a blaze crate. Yeah, just like if you click the bricks tab here or the blocks tab, it with your book, it shows basically all your 2x2 crafts. It shows glowstone, it shows wool, it shows coarse dirt, it shows nether bricks. Which I guess if it's in the menu, you can do it as well. But there's so much less junk in blocks for 2x2. I think one of the only other ones that show up is like planks and sandstone, which you don't have any logs or sand in your inventory, so it would have worked out completely fine. And inventory management, unless if you know ground zero, all the iron could go as well as the string, and that just frees up like a good 4 extra slots. So that way, when you place your crafting table, as well as I'm assuming if you threw out your leaves as well, that basically frees up all your slots for your beds and then your 3 anchors, pretty much. But yeah, back to the point where food management, you want to be able to basically eat where it doesn't lose you time. So either while throwing a pearl or while, say, hunger resetting. Not while hunger resetting, while doing head hitters. While doing head hitters. Like, in the stronghold, underneath iron bars is a pretty bad example, but you do have a head hitter there. I guess eating while jumping here is pretty good just because you're going as fast as you can as well. But yeah, I think that's it for the run. But yeah, just let me know if you have any questions.